Okay, now the design aspect of your bunds. The design aspect of your bund may be depend on your different parameters. One is your choice or type, seepage consideration, non-erosive velocity, spacing between bund, that is vertical interval and horizontal interval, size of your bund, and all parameters, side slope and alignment of your bund. Let us discuss all these design aspects one by one. Okay, now let us see first one, your choice of bund. Based on just now discussed, based on the contour bund used where the rainfall less than 600 mm, and the graded bund may be used where the rainfall greater than the 600 or above 700 mm. Okay, now seepage consideration. Seepage consideration mean, let us see, this is the one bund and this is another bund too. Here, due to the some rainfall, some amount of water has been stored. So this water, because this material as constructed or formed by your earth material, earth, so the soil, due to the permeability, due to the hydraulic conductivity, the water may flows. So now this seepage line, we call the water flows due to your water stored behind the bund. This water may flow through this embankment or your bund. It should pass only at the toe, means this line or the water should not cross the downside side slope. We call this is side slope, this is your side slope. Okay, this line should not cross your bottom side slope, means the water should pass below, we call this is toe point, below this, in this way, in this direction, means this line should not cross your above the toe. So in this condition, if the cross above the toe, that bund may be fail, or bund may be fail, get for the erosion. Okay, and this is called your simple phreatic condition. That is the phreatic zone of upper bund. This is upper bund should coincide this zone of the saturation of your immediate or lower bund. So let us, this is upper bund and this is lower bund. So here means the water should pass through this condition, and this line should meet to the lower bund of your phreatic zone, means that is water level, or the seepage line must pass through the base of your bund. This is your base. Okay, this is the base of the bund. Okay, right. Next, the bund should be able to check the surface runoff at the point where the flow attain the and erosive velocity, means that the bund should resist the erosion. Also, it will, water may flow non-erosive velocity, means velocity should be very less, and that velocity should not cause the erosion. That velocity finding by your meaning formula, that is V is equals to 1 by n r power of 2 by 3 s power of 1 by 2. Next, the horizontal spacing or horizontal interval. I just discussed that the horizontal interval between these two bunds, we call it simple horizontal interval, and vertical interval, that is here. Suppose this is the top portion of this bund and this is the top portion. So what is the elevation, vertical distance between these two bund? This is my vertical distance of these two successive bunds. That is called your simple vertical interval between your two successive bunds. The vertical interval may be calculated, and that depends on your parameter. I just told that type of soil and rainfall condition and the local parameters and normal land slope. So that vertical interval, these are the rational formula based on the experiment and research. They have given that vertical interval slope by A plus constant B. Okay, that is simple. In the heavy rainfall region, the vertical interval will be calculated using this formula, 30 in times of S by 3 plus 60. That is nothing but your 10 times of S plus 60. Similarly, for low region, this is the formula. Here all vertical interval in centimeter, slope in your percentage. So now slope can be calculated using the slope in percentage equals your vertical interval by the horizontal interval into 100. This is the slope formula. We can calculate the slope. And similarly, the USDA also be given the formula, United State of Department of Agriculture also given formula, and C. Ramsar scientist also given the formula, and MP Cox also given the formula for including the rainfall infiltration characteristics based on the infiltration characteristics. This all three vertical interval in meters. Okay, the size of bund, that is your height of bund, that is what is the height of this bund. Okay, na, what is the height of the bund? It can be calculated using this formula. Okay, and so vertical interval, we can substitute the vertical interval in this. So that is your slope by horizontal interval by 100. That is okay. Now depth of water impounding the water behind your bund also calculated using this formula. Let us see how these two formulas has been derived. Okay, now size of the bund, that is the depth of water stored behind the bund. Simple. Now let us see the triangle. This is the one triangle. This is the side slope of the bund. The amount of water has been stored. Now let us see, assume this is a triangle shape. Okay. Now can I assume this is similar? I am drawing here. Okay, this is the same portion. Whatever the portion bund, this is the bund side slope here. This is the bund side slope, and this is the water level. This is the water level and height. So this is the height. So can I say this is height h, and this is the water level w, and this is the side slope. Okay, and can I assume this is the my actual height of the bund, actual height, that is your d to e. So now based on this picture, this is the one triangle, small triangle, this is the another big triangle. With two similar triangle, can I write w is smaller width and this is the base width w by x equals height, small height by capital long height, that is h by vertical interval. So assume this is the equation 1, and the amount of water, some amount of water has been stored. This is the amount of water has been stored behind the bund. So what is the area of this bund? Simple in triangular shape, that is your half base height per unit width, because see this is the water has been spread to some width, some length na. So not only a particular drop like point, it is not stored because due to some length and width has been stored, that is assuming the 1 unit width. So now area into depth, that is your gives, assuming that at any time the bund can be, now this the water has been stored due to the 15 centimeter of rainfall. Now in this particular region the 15 centimeter rainfall has been fall. So now 15 centimeter per unit width, that is 1 meter length, that is 15 centimeter by 100 converting in a meter into what is the distance, total distance of the bund, that is your x total. Now this is water has been stored this entire in this between two bund. What is the horizontal distance between this, that is x into what is the width, total width. Okay, now this is the length, and this is the width. Okay, length, this is the length, this is the width, and small depth, that is the 15 centimeter. So can I got the volume? So now water stored volume, also water received volume, both are same. So assuming the equation 2 and equation 3 both are same, that's why simplify 1 by 2 w. Now equating these two equation, 1 by 2 into wh equals 15 by 100 into x. So you know w by x, simplify this equation, w by x equals 15 by 50h. So we know the what is the w by x, that is your horizontal height of the water by your vertical interval here, and we get the h value, and you know the vertical interval equals to horizontal interval into slope by 100. So substitute the vertical interval in this equation, you get the height of the total bund. And let us see another formula due to excess rainfall. Now assuming condition w by x equals height by vertical interval. Similar condition I am assuming. Okay, let 1 centimeter excess runoff has been collected behind the bund. Now here 15 centimeter water has been stored. Now let us see only 1 centimeter. Instead of the here only 1 centimeter, that is 1 centimeter of rainfall, excess water has been collected. Here the volume is length into width into height. So now volume is equals to, now length is your x and width is unit 1, and what is the small depth? Depth is only 1 centimeter of excess rainfall. Okay, now similarly the area of the water has been stored behind the bund, that is triangular shape, that is 1 by 2 base, that is your w, height is unit width, that is 1. So now this equating these two equations, okay, we will get this formula. So now length of the bund. So now this is your total length of the bund. Okay, how length I need to find the total length of the bund. I know the area of the field. So you know the area is simple. Your area equals to length into distance. Okay na? This is my suppose area. Now this is your total area. This is your length. This is my breadth called in D. So now total area. Assume this is 1 hectare. 1 hectare. So you know 1 hectare 10 power of 4 meter square. So now can I substitute area in 10 power of 4? So now length into distance. What is the distance here? So here a bund is there, another bund is here. Okay, now what is this? Between these two bund is called your simply horizontal interval. Can I substitute the distance instead of horizontal interval? So now what is the length? Length is nothing but your 10 power of 4 by horizontal interval. This is the way we can find the length of your bund. Okay, and this is simplifying in terms of your slope. Now area loss due to the bunding. So now this is the bund which I constructed. So this bund is not under my cultivation. Even though my area is 1 hectare land or 10 power 4 meter square, include this bund. So I am not cultivating entirely in bund, entirely in area. Due to the construction of bund, some area has been lost. That is not under the cultivation. So how much percentage of area has been lost? That is simple. Your length of the bund into base width of this bund. So this is my base width of the bund. Okay, if I know the base width of bund, so this area has been entirely lost for the cultivation. That's why simply B is the base of the width. You multiply the length into length of the bund into base width. Okay, we'll get the area lost to the contour bunding. Okay, so here also this is the area which has not for the cultivation. Only this area has been effectively cultivated. So now the due to the main bund that last. Now in the field, not only the main bund. So I just discussed that side bund, lateral bund, marginal bund. Okay, other supplementary bunds also be there. So now this is your, let us assume this is your lateral bund. This is your side bunds. Okay, this is your main bund. Okay, so now due to the side bunds and lateral bunds also be area also be lost. So now that is simple. The area lost due to main bund plus 30% of your main bund. Nothing else. The area lost to the bund, area lost to the main bund plus 30% of your main bund. Area lost to the main bund. So here I am simplifying the above equation. Area lost to the main bund, that is your, see here, 100 into S by vertical interval into B. This is area lost to the main bund. This is area lost to the main bund, and that is plus 30% into 30% into area lost to the main bund. Simplify the above equation and you will get the area lost to the total bund, that is your 130%. 130%. That is in slope you can give by 100. So you get the 1.3 into S by vertical interval into B. Suppose simply 100 into S by vertical interval into B, you will get the area lost to the only main bund. If you can find the 1.3 into S by vertical interval B, that is your, this means 30% excess, nothing but your area lost to your lateral bund plus side bund. Now earthwork. Earthwork is nothing but the total volume of work you have performed for construction of your bund. That is nothing but your area of your bund and how length, total length of this bund. Total length of bund, that is L. Here the L. So area you know, this is in inverted trapezoidal shape. So area is nothing but your top width plus bottom width by 2 into height. That is nothing but your area of your this bund you will get. So now with area you need to multiply with your total length. That will give you your volume of earthwork. So volume of earthwork of your bunding system is include the sum of earthwork under the main contour bund, that is your main bund. Also you need to construct the small bund. Your lateral bunds also you have constructed. They are not formed easily. So you have to construct it. That also be due to side bund and lateral bund. So now total earthwork is earthwork of your main bund plus earthwork of side bund plus earthwork of your lateral bund. Now the earthwork of your main bund we can find this simple. That is your length into area. So just area is equal to top width plus bottom width by 2 into height. Okay, similar way the earthwork due to the earthwork for your side bund plus lateral bund also be considered 30% of your main bund. That is also simple. The earthwork of your side plus lateral bund also considered 30%, taken as 30% of your main bund. Earthwork of main bund, this is and adding 30%. So we'll get the total earthwork including lateral, side, main bund. This is the formula. Now side slope. Side slope of the bund also be matter. Here the side slope. These are called your simple side slope. Okay. Now suppose my bund is in this shape here. So can I form in this type? Because soil are sandy soil, clay soil. Okay. In this condition, suppose rainfall may occur. So these bunds may be collapsed. So in this condition, the side slope may be provided to stable this bund. So in this condition, the different type of soils has been, different type of side slope has been given. Next, grade. In contour bund, simple the equal elevation. We have not provided any grade, means slope. But whereas in contour bund, that is provided grade, that is your 0.2 to 0.4. That is depends on your soil condition. Now here in contour, there is no such grade has been provided. Alignment. So alignment means the bund should be constructed in straight line as much as possible. The curve shape should be avoided. In gully, okay, if gullies or separate depression occurs, then bund should be constructed at a right angle to them. Means suppose here is erosion taking place, gully has been formed here. So now bund should be constructed across this gully here. So bund can be reduce the erosion and simple water may overflow through these gullies. And the deviation up to 15 centimeter in crossing the ridge and up to 30 centimeter in case of valley depression. And see, suppose here the drainage of excessive water, mean I need to remove the excess water in through my field. So if I am not properly remove this water, okay, so in this condition what will happen? The bund may be eroded, okay, and bund may be collapsed. In this condition we need to construct a small weirs, we call that is called your surplus structures. Okay, that's called your simple surplus structures. Here they can see, okay, this is the large area. Here small surplus weir has been connected here. Okay, now this is a small surplus weir, another weir is here. This two type of weir has been constructed to remove the excess water in shapely mode. So now the excess water may flow over this weir. This is nothing but your simple rectangular type weir. So this is the excess water flowing through our weir. Okay, these are different types has been classified here. The mostly we will use depends upon rainfall you received from your particular watershed or area. Okay, that is your minimum these are two type. One is surplus weir, another grassroots waterways. So now grassroots waterway discuss in the later classes. Now here the minimum length of outlet for your surplus weir, that is your simple rectangular weir. The formula is equal to 1.7 into L into H power of 3 by 2. Okay, now otherwise you can write simple Q is equals to 2 by third CD into L root 2G H power of 3 by 2. So now here G is equals to 9.8 and coefficient of discharge we already discussed in the weir, CD equals to 0.632. You substitute the value and you get the E constant 1.7. So this is the L is the length of crest. This is the where length of crest which water flows over this crest, and head, that is the head of water. How much? Small depth of water flowing over this weir. That is your head of water flowing over the weir. We can normally allow 0.3 to 0.7 meter throughout this weir. This is the depth of water flows over